Thanks for joining me in my second episode of my Leeds United save. It's the first one I've ever brought to YouTube. I thought I really wanted to start with Leeds on the basis that they were struggling in real life, and I think they've got a huge fan base, and that they're a club where I think it deserves a bit more because of how it's been run previously. They've let Bielsa go, even though they were looking like they were struggling that season, but the fans loved him, and I think he would have kept them up anyway, even if they didn't sack him. So now I really want to just take over Leeds and build something. All the foundations there. It's a big club, huge fan base, decent sized stadium. They've got all the fundamentals there that if they've got good owners and put faith in a manager and built something up, that with the right financial backing, without going crazy like they did years and years ago when they got themselves relegated and all that financial trouble, and everyone was saying Leeds too good to get relegated, far too good to get relegated, and then sadly they did go down and really struggle to get back to the Premier League. So now we're in this position where I really want to take over Leeds, put in a lot of effort into building this club up, putting them back, hopefully into the Champions League spots, and get those glory days and European nights back at Ellen Road. See if we can achieve that. And the season has started really well for us. We're sixth at the moment. I'm shocked where we are. It is extremely tight though. Whereas if you lose a couple of games, you could drop down to 13th or something, I think it is. So it is tough, and we have struggled with injuries, which has stopped us from being able to be consistent in the team that we put out. Naturally, Leeds did make a lot of signings this year, and I've also come in and made more, which I think we've got about 14 first teamers which are new, which does take time to bed in, and especially when I'm trying to introduce my tactic and we can't get that consistent run of players together, so we can try and build that understanding with each other in certain areas, especially up front. I think we've lost so many players, some long term and just short term, dropping in and out. So yeah, we've struggled in terms of being able to keep that consistent run. Bamford's done well. I think he's got 15 goals already for us. You'll see there our key player now is Facundo Torres, because I ended up signing Facundo because Sinistera broke his leg out for 5 months. We needed more depth there, so I spent 13 million on Facundo Torres. A few others have pushed their way into the team. Sivert Mansver that we signed, he's started to push Tyler Adams out because of how well he's done, and we've really started to just put together 3 or 4 wins in a row, I think it is. Jumping forward and have a look now. But yeah, if you see this, obviously we had the pre-season, which, wasn't very challenging, won all that. Beat Southampton, which we saw in the last episode, then beat Tottenham 1-0, which was a fantastic result. Aston Villa 0-0, and then we start to struggle a bit in terms of getting together any run, but we have got some difficult fixtures here. At home to Chelsea, brilliant, 2-2, but then go away and get hammered 4-1 by Brighton. Then play Manchester United at home, 0-0, did really well. And then we put 3 together, Palace, Bournemouth, Forest, very pleased with that. Then we lose at Brentford, was a tough game. We only lost 3-2. And I think they scored quite late, and Burma 87 minutes, and then Christensen got himself sent off, so at that point I knew it was dead and buried, we weren't coming back. But that was a very tough fixture away at Brentford, and Brentford are usually very good on this game. They seem to get a result against me, whichever team I am. And then we struggle again to get a run of wins together, but we are doing okay. We've got Fulham 0-0, Everton 3-1, 1-1 at Leicester, who are a good side. Newcastle 2-2. Lose at Anfield 3-1. It's Anfield, we know what's going to happen there. It's going to be tough. And then we have the big long break and we come back. And then this happens. we get beat even in a friendly. It wasn't looking good. We got beat 2-0 by Bordeaux in a friendly. And then we had Manchester City in our next game. But 3-2 against Manchester City. Did ourselves proud. We're competitive in that game. Really did well. But then I go away to Wolves where I think we're going to get something. Just get absolutely hammered. Get another man sent off. That's happened quite a lot to us this season. Of having men sent off or me having to make change because we've got so many yellow cards. I want us to be competitive. But at times we are picking up far too many yellow cards. We really are roughing teams up, which is working with the bigger teams though. It really is. When you look here, again, Palace 1-0. Then we got Arsenal, who had already beaten us 3-0 convincingly at the Emirates. But at home at Ellen Road, we beat them convincingly. Like, until Martinelli scored just after strike, we were 3-0 up. We were absolutely dominating. Brilliant. Really are getting stuck into the bigger teams. And we seem to be getting good results against them. And then we've had this with the 3-1 at Southampton, Bamford again with a couple, and we go and get Bamford hat-trick in that game, 5-0 against Everton. And now we go into our fixture with Manchester United, but we haven't been good away from home, and it is at Old Trafford, but it's one I wanted to bring you back for because we are doing well in 6th place. I think this is a big game. Leeds Man United always has been. Doesn't matter where Leeds are in the table, this will always be a strong fixture. But as it stands, I think we are above Manchester United in the table. I'm just going to bring up the table here and have a look. We're 6th, Manchester United are 8th at the moment, but it is so tight, as you can see. There's only 6 points in it from 11th up to 6th, and it is tight. And even then, just dropping off a bit further from that, it's so tight in the Premier League. We've done so well to put ourselves in this position at this stage. If we have a look at the results of losing, you can see here most of our games. What's that, 7? And we've lost 6 of them away. Only Manchester City who have beaten us at home, and that was 3-2. Such a good performance against Manchester City. But all of the others, we just don't look the same team that we do at home. And then the draws there, they are draws all at home, but some great results there when you look at the teams that we're playing in some of those fixtures with Chelsea, Manchester United, Newcastle are decent, and then the others like Fulham was maybe a bit disappointing, and Villa but they're going to be tight games. They're probably going to be around where we are at the end, where we should be at the end of the season. I think we're predicted to finish 17th, I believe it was 16th, 17th at the beginning of the season. If we could get European football, that'd be fantastic. I'm not sure we can keep up this level of consistency to staying around this pack. But if we could finish top 10 first season, that would be an absolute unbelievable achievement and really let us use the summer to get a few out who I don't think are going to help us going forward, and then bring in some more to just keep developing this team. But like I said before, the fundamentals are here at Leeds. We can push forward and bring back the glory European nights that Leeds have had previously. And I'm hoping to do that as quickly as possible. This might be a little bit too soon to be getting European football at this stage, but if we can get that, I'll be over the moon. So what I'll do now is we'll jump forward and get into that Manchester United fixture. I'll show you the team. I think Facundo Torres does have an injury at the moment, but I'm hoping to bring him back. I'm hoping for him to be fit for the game. If not, we might need to leave him out, but he has been good for us. Might not have scored that many goals, but you can see when he plays in the team, he really does perform for us, and we will look a lot better with him in the side. So let's see how we do against Manchester United. I'll be back with you shortly. So here we are then. Jumped forward to the game. Thought I'd show you the team sheets before we start. We're going with Meslier in goal, Rasmus Christensen, Robin Koch, Pascal Struijk, and Jakub Kivior. At the back, we've got Facundo Torres, Sivert Mansverk, Mark Roker, Rodrigo, Bamford captain the side, and Yassin Adli in our starting lineup. Let's get into the game and hope we can get 3 points. It's going to be tough, but let's try and give Man United a game. Kivio with the throw-in into Adli. Adli out round the back to Strike. Strike keeps possession, back round to Koch. Koch back to Meslier. Keeping it round the back, Strike. Strike's giving it away. Anthony's picked it into Casemiro. Eriksen, and Man United are in very early doors, and it's 1-0 Manchester United. Come on, referee. He's checking VAR. Couldn't tell whether he was offside or not. Let's hope VAR saves us. No, it doesn't. 1-0 Manchester United. Not a good start. 2 minutes in. Come on, Leeds. Strike. Kivio. Down the line, Rodrigo's chasing it. Dallow's read it well. Maguire. Casemiro. Dallow. Anthony. Into Bruno Fernandes. Get tighter to him this time. And Matt Roker has put in a great challenge. So I thought, there we go. Maguire's getting caught on the ball. Rodrigo's got it. Rodrigo taking him on down this left hand side. Still taking him on. Pulls it back. Kivio. Adli. He kept the ball well. Adli! Oh! Great save from De Gea. Corner to Leeds. Facundo Torres. Curls one in. Strike! Over the bar. Unlucky. Growing into the game a bit now. A good bit of play there. It's tough when you're going 1-0 down in the first couple of minutes. Great cross. Headed clear. Bamford holds it up. Doesn't quite pick out Adli, I think that was. Shaw. Sancho. Man United playing well. Strike. Rodrigo. Can he hold it? He does. Strike. Goes long to Bamford. Bamford gets out jumped by Maguire. And Facundo Torres keeps the ball well. Christensen. Can he keep it? He can. Koch. Koch bringing it forward again into Christensen. Christensen taking it down the right hand side. Gets a good cross in. Rodrigo headers it over. Unlucky. Man United playing out the back. Hopefully give it to Maguire and we'll put him under pressure. Right, playing it round the back. De Gea now hoofs it long. And Koch wins the header. Mansverk. Matt Roker. Adli. Play. It's unlucky there. Martinez. Martinez to Maguire. Casemiro. Out to Dallow. Can Kivio put him under pressure? He forces him inside to Anthony. Back out to Dallow. Kivio get tighter. He doesn't. He gets outdone. Anthony to the edge of the box. Christian Eriksen. Fairly simple save for Meslier. Kivio with the throw to Adli. Knocks it back. Roker. Roker to Strike. Mansverk. Strike. Looking like we're struggling to break through their lines. See how we get on here. Koch. Great ball over the top. Facundo Torres. Flick on from Bamford. Doesn't quite come of anything, but back out to Christensen. Christensen to Facundo Torres. He's done well. He's got the ball in the box. And Shaw. So jumped him back to Christensen. Christensen. Hold on a minute. So this is very scrappy. Corner to Leeds. 23rd minute. Adli. In swinger. Can't get on it. Maguire out jumps him. Mansverk. Rodrigo. Looks like it took a deflection and corner kick. Come on, Leeds. Facundo Torres. Another in swinger. Strike. Oh. So close. Martinez. Maguire. De Gea. Casemiro. Fernandes drops deep to get on the ball. Does well. Anthony. Rodrigo working hard. here. Mark Roker absolutely minced him in that tackle. Love that. Keep going. Roker. Rodrigo. Adley. Adley's carrying it, but Bruno Fernandes has come all the way back there to win it off him. Good defending. Robin Koch, don't get caught on that. Well done. Strike. Bringing it forward again from the back. Rodrigo. We're creating so much going forward. Something needs to come on of these. Christiansen, Eriksen. Oh. Christiansen. Back to Facundo. And wide. Maguire's picked it up. Eriksen again. Pinging one wide to Shaw. Into Sancho. Sancho kicked one wide to Dalot. Dalot's carrying it forward. Can we get a tackle in? Kivior diving in. And a good save from Sancho by Meslier. Meslier chooses to go long this time, up to Bamford. It's gone right over the top of Manchester United, and Bamford looks like he's won us another corner. Quite a few corners so far. Let's hope we can get something off one of these. Facundo Torres with another in-swinger. Koch can't out-jump Maguire again. Strike gets out-jumped. Facundo Torres taking on his man. Doing really well. Torres! Oh. Unlucky lads, unlucky. Eriksen with a cross here. And Casemiro heads it over. We haven't had much of the ball, but in terms of chances, we're doing well. We've only had 36% possession, but we have been looked useful when we've had the ball. Dalot. Oh my word, what a save, Meslier. I thought I'd done him there. Great save. Eriksen with the corner. Crosses one in. Adley gets it clear. Bamford chasing Sancho down. Gets stuck in. Casemiro. Bamford. Well done, Bamford. Turn round. Hold the ball up. No, he's running him. Taken him down the line and he's lost it to Dalot. Just don't quite have the pace to get past him, but it did well there to work hard to win it in the first place. Hopefully we can get the ball back. Roker's won it. Rodrigo over the top. Facundo Torres. Offside. Bloody hell. Come on, Leeds. Martinez. Into Casemiro. Maguire. Fernandes. Casemiro with another long ball. Ricardo Horta is over the top here. And thank goodness he's crap. What a terrible shot that was. Anyway, half time. Let's have a look how we're doing. So Man United have obviously got more of the ball, what we'd expect. But we have had 12 shots. We've only had 2 on target. But this is not looking too bad. For me, I would expect us to give up possession to a team like Man United. We need a bit more of performance from the lads, to be honest with you, in terms of just being a bit more clinical when we've got the ball, finding those passes going forward and hopefully keep putting Man United under pressure. I'm just going to try and keep things positive. I'm going to go with the assistant's recommendation here and say that I am actually pleased with the number of shots we've got. Hopefully that keeps the yeah, it has. It's been a positive influence on them. Let's see if that gets them going in this second half and we get something. So here we go. Bamford. Christiansen. Christiansen's going to carry it forward and gets tackled by Sancho. Mansberg's Christiansen. Christiansen, come on. Sancho. Ronaldo, we don't want him shooting. Oh. We're 60 minutes in, not much looks to be happening. Here's another Manchester United highlight. Eriksen's going to cross one. Strike, great header. Back to Christiansen. Christiansen, he's got the ball in. Looked well defended and then a bit scrappy as we cleared it. But another good save by Meslier. Mellier's going to go Out to the left to Kivior, who's going to match on this left. Rodrigo's put one over for Facundo Torres, who's going to hold it up. No, he chooses to take him on, back on his left. Which one in? Bamford, cleared. Mark Roker, and it is 1-1. Get in there. What a brilliant bit of football. Switching play, back inside. Let's have a look at his goal again in the highlight here. Torres does well, takes him on, and then chooses to cut back. Puts a good cross in. Dalot does really well, but then Mark Roker on the edge of the box sticks one in the corner. Get in there, Leeds. Torres is having a bit of a mare. For some reason, he seems to be doing alright in the highlights, but what was that, 5.9 or something? Maguire just headed that wide. Let's make a change. I'm going to pause it here. Don't know if you guys pause it. I tend to do when I'm making changes. Strike as well. I hate making changes at the back though. Let's get Facundo Torres off, and we're going to get Nonto on. Let him have a go. Strike. I don't want to change it at the back. I don't want to change it. No, they're not having the best of games at centre back. Not terrible. In terms of the ratings, anyway. Ericsson. What's Ben Williams? Is that right back now? Sancho's coming back around. Maguire into McTominay. McTominay finds Ronaldo's feet. Christensen reads that really well and clears it, and that's landed to Rodrigo, who's got a lot of space to run into. Doesn't have quite the pace to get away from him, and delivers a very poor cross that Maguire easily deals with. And a ball over the top to Sancho. Sancho's running, carrying on running, hits the post. Melies tipped it onto the post. Kivior looked to be absolutely rinsed for pace by Sancho there. Rashford over the top, and Ricardo Horta with an easy one. I'm going to make another change now. I think we've got Kivior's doing well, but he's on a yellow, and Sancho's doing him there. I'm going to bring Firpo on to see if we can get him to do better in that position in terms of just dealing with Sancho's pace if they've moved him over to the right, because he's not cutting inside like he would normally do if he was on the left. Here we go, Rodrigo. Well done, Bamford, with that flick down to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's doing well on his left. Takes it back. Kivior puts one in the box. Nonto cleared by Varane, I think that was. Ronaldo. Strike. Great challenge. Varane brings it forward. Puts one over the top to Horta. Horta back to Rashford. And he smashes one over the bar. A bit nervous there. Thinking Rashford was going to put one in the top corner. We look under pressure now. But Adley's picked it up. He's carrying the ball forward. We could catch Man United on the break here if we continue this. Bamford. Can you find your pass, Bamford? He has... Nonto! Oh. I don't know why he chose to go with his head. So he could have smashed it on the volley, anything. McTominay heads clear. Horta. Ricardo Horta. Rodrigo. Come on, Rodrigo. Ben Williams. Well done, Melier. You know when you make a change at this time, I know we're not doing particularly brilliant, but I don't want to make a change because sometimes it just throws you off and you concede the second you make a change when it's so tight like this. I'm going to hold off. I might make a change like after this corner just because of the time run. Cleared cock. Adley, go on, Adley. He's done it. Referee, right? Let's make it now to kill some time. Last few minutes. Let's hope I don't. Gabbia coming on for cock, and we'll take off Rodrigo because he's on a yellow. Last few minutes. Sinistera. Just some legs. Come on. Let's see if this just winds the clock down with us making a sub. I'm hoping it does. It's looking like it is. Oh, we've actually got a highlight. Adley to Roker. Roker to Nonto. Nonto puts one over the top. Gabbia! I thought we'd scored. I really thought we'd scored. Last chance. But 1-1 against Manchester United at Old Trafford. 18 shots against Manchester United. I know we've given away possession there. I know we have. But it is Manchester United. They are at home. We've had 5 shots on target. The XG is looking really good. And we'll take that. A fantastic finish from Mark Roca. A good performance. Looked a bit ropey at centre-back at times with those balls over the top. But you find that quite a lot in this game. I'm proud of the result. Basically, really, really proud of it. Another great run. Let's hope we can keep this run continuing. We push forward for European football. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.